How's it going, ladies and bruises? I'm Bobby Sixkilla. Welcome back to Disco Elysium. Now, I'm not too sure what we're going to be doing this time, but what I do know is I want to head to the bookshop, see what they've got there, if they'll let us shop there anymore. We really need a map to complete this bit, and then we've got skill points. We're going to start spending skill points to try and fill out some of these challenges that we need to do. Like the punch clock payphone is only challenging. That's doable. Challenging's still hard, but we need a map anyway. Might as well get a map. If we can. After having thought about it, I'm assuming that this is the best place to get a map. I was up all night thinking about it last night. I do it every night now, I just sit there thinking about the game. A small mountain of colourful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise. Like the RPG in the back. Look through the pile of Wirral-related items. An endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is entitled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katuak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a pick-your-path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velcrag. Books in a board game section. Who wants to read books? Anything that catches my eye? There's a box that says Wirral 3rd edition, Mega Setting Supplements module. The side panel notes, a fantastique adventure board game, new maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 real. The price is steep, but then it's a 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplement, so it makes sense for sure. Nonsense for anemic Beano clads. I would buy it if I could spare 25 bucks, but I can't. She's got other stuff for sale up here, let's check it out. She hasn't kicked me out, so, you know, all good. All good. Ooh, biographies. The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of famous people. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell. Look through the display of books. Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of them seem important or relevant. Just vapid egoism. Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Ur and Alfie Delatrez, by one Cecilia Averbrook. What's it about? High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top Tournay racers in history. One of them is a madcap driver, Jacob Uru. His blonde mane graces the cover. Next to Iru's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anastar. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other. Next to that, Revacholian radio personality, Gualam Bevy, stands in front of a run-down drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days. I really must insist you buy one of the books. You're interrupted by the shopkeep. Reading them's not for free. Do still browse, though, but not too long. I'm sorry, I don't mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead, take your time. Time is commerce. Anything of note in this shelf? I would say, the woman hums to herself, the greatest innocence. Yes, most certainly, it's an important educational tool. Delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power. Who or what is Innocence? A very influential historical figure. Well, surely I don't have to tell you that. She waves her hand, as if casting aside the thought. You're a law officer, and law officers have at least some education. The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and shift in the tired order of things. I thought it was about which of these innocences is the coolest or greatest. So you recommend it? Certainly, it is prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos would be in otherwise. You feel like you should get this one. Definitely, it's important somehow. But there is something personal inside. Alright, I guess I got a $4.70. Okay. A true cultural touchstone, she nods. Enjoy the read. Goddamn, I didn't want to buy anything that wasn't a map. But it was important. Several maps have been attached to the bulletin board, hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinde, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez. Revachol? The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Espra. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta, says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides. Le Jardin, Stella Maris, the suburbs of Saint Bastide, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Rivershell East. And west of the river, Calron. Somewhere to live, not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Faubourg. Almost as bad and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst. And Martinez. It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is. North of Jamrock. The strip of coast next to the greater Rivershell Industrial Harbour. It looks downright despondent. It's almost a coastal city, to be honest. No, Coal City is worse. A charred limb. Rain falls on its slick black streets. And then there's the burnt out quarter in the heart of Jamrock. Is it cold in this bookstore, or is it just you? No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still alive. Look at the map of Martinez. It's not really a map, it's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it. Drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48. Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead. You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbour. Even the whirling in rags there. Look at the map of Insulinde. A large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest, in the northeast, is Le Caillou, over here. Another, far away in the southwest, Semines Islands. Le de Fantôme. What else? Ozone, Laurentide, Face à la Mer, Archipelagos, North Arcade Islands. All just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic on the edges of the map. The colour fades into the blur of dotted lines, black and white. Disintegrate into mathematics. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the northern coast of Caillou, in a bookstore. It's you. Radiating outwards from you, the suzerain Rivershell, with a radius of 80 kilometers, still the crown jewel of this Isola, would be barely visible. Squint first. Can you see the cities on the islands? You can. On Caillou, Rivershell, a single black star. On Ozone, Fond de Lair and Vermindor. On Archipelagos, Croyant Moraine, Villiers. On Seminine, Olduvai. And on Laurentide, Diora of the Seven Seas. Look at the edges. The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into a pale nothingness. Mundi is the northern azimuth. Grad is the northeast azimuth. Samara is the east azimuth. Seol is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called. Connections to the other worlds. Worlds past in the Insulian. Unknown to you. You only know you've never been there. You have little idea where they are. Distant stars, gods. But looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you and very, very far away. Perhaps they are gods. Gods of distance and outer dust. Can I buy these maps? I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore, and besides, you can scarcely afford them. They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though. Why is the one of Martinez so cheap? That old thing? It's an out-of-date map of tourist locations that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago, they also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps. This place does not look like a successful tourist trap, does it? What happened then? They didn't get far. For some reason, a shame the project never got going. It'd be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business. Steal it instead? Ugh, no. 3%? 90 cents, I can afford that. She nods. Always good to be informed of your surroundings. What do we got? What else is it? So we got this book. The Greatest Innocence by João Paulo Salomão Lopes de Fuego. The book is large and very heavy. Browsing through the various chapters, you try your best to understand the ceaseless overflow, the sprawl of names, dates, places, events, historical, Most of it ends up as a twisted mass of facts inside your brain. You can do it. It'll be worth it. There's something here. Your educational survey is done. Did you catch any of that? No? Oh well, it's pop quiz time. Let's see what you've learned. This might take a few minutes. You ready? Okay. That's the spirit. Here we go. Question 1. Who was the first innocence? I don't know. Oh yeah, this is what I was made for. That's so. Alright, give me all the hints you got. A pop quiz is a short examination designed to test your knowledge without any prior warning or announcement. Such exams allow a teacher to assess how thoroughly the student has retained the material at hand, and voila! Now blast that first innocence. Thanks for nothing. Dolores Day. Incorrect. Dolores Day was the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. She codified parliamentary democracy and created modern institutions. Among these, the moral intern. She was powerful and beautiful on her icon, all her icons. Her colours are silver, white, and apricot. And when you think her name, Dolores, stomach acid rises to the back of your throat and it hurts. You see a flash, silver, a wreath, an airport bag, and blonde hair. You don't know why. Another choice, perhaps? Steer clear of this one. There's something terrible about this one. What? Fuck. A strange sensation of loss. When she's left the earth, the dust, and the ice, and the humans. That is unimportant to the quiz. Stop thinking about this. Yes, the quiz is impersonal. No need to rouse sensations in yourself at the mention of Dolores Day, who was the first innocence. It wasn't Dolores Day. Solar? Incorrect. Solar was anointed during the previous century and even lived to see the current one. We need to sleep. I'm too hurt. She was an urban planner who spoke her mind and largely left history to its own devices, encouraging people to excel on their own rather than prescribing to a defined model of history. She's often called an anti-innocence. Solar resigned after an assassination attempt by a Yugo nationalist who blamed her for not taking the side of the left during the turn of the century revolutions. Innocences don't usually resign. Get to try again. The Pernicarnassian? Correct. Not much is known about him. It's not even clear that he was a he. But Fran Corngro presumed as such and called him pious. He's depicted as a young man with molten gold pouring out of his mouth. All he spoke was gold. It said he invented God and equality of men before God. He also introduced the gold standard as a way for measuring that love. As the first innocence, he declared that there should be more of those like him. It is presumed his disciples were the beginning of the Holy Party, the founding party. It was the strongest innocence. Easy, everyone knows the answer to this. You, me, anybody. Sure, try again. I trust you've got my back. An innocence is the highest category of historical personage in the world, a literal personification of history. Traditionally, an innocence, when anointed, assumes supreme rule over the Occident, or the known world in general. At least, the parts that matter. Yes, so interesting. I thought you'd give me the answer to the question. I can do better. Okay, so commonly an innocence does not enforce his or her power through military power. This is seen as unnecessary. The innocence wins because an innocence can't help but win. For their deeds are inevitables. Did this help? No. Damn. Dolores. I don't want to do that again. I'm gonna run out of morale. I've got no more drugs for it. No more drugs for it. That one? That one. Correct. Okay, can I go now? I don't want to stay. As long as I don't say whoever the other person was, then we should be good. As long as I don't say Dolores. Okay, I don't want to say Dolores Day. The answer is... I tried that. Oops. Alright, here we go. We're gonna die. Correct. The Mesk might see Frank Corgano as the father of nations, but as a century, there has been a great shift in attitude. Dolores Day has become widely regarded as the greatest innocence, a most radical change for the whole fabric of the world. Everything from intersolitary travel to the connected world, to 3 consecutive scientific revolutions can traced back to her. Every decade that passes, she seems less human somehow and more beautiful. And more beautiful, and more beautiful. Congratulations on finishing the test. The results and your subsequent grade have been calculated. You get a D. Not particularly remarkable, but technically a passing grade. Not that anyone could really expect it better. You'd have done better if you'd left Dolores Day for the end. Dial the Dolores Day down a bit. Alright, we need to go buy some drugs. Whatever it... Oh, here we go. Oh, these don't come up on there. I thought the map would be a bit more helpful than that, to be quite honest. I don't know what I was thinking. Thought complete. Physical instrument, nice. Wait, how did you know all those hammer throw techniques? How did you know how to hold a discus? Or the world youth record in discus? Something doesn't add up here. This mushy thing between your ears didn't know the name of the city you're in, but it comes loaded with trivia about secret chin position of a shot put ball. Could that be a... Could it be that... Shut up, namby-pamby, this train of thought ends abruptly. It's leg day. Straighten your rhombus muscle. It's shirt versus skins. Take your shirt off, namby, or skins. So we get a -1 encyclopedia, +2 physical instrument. That's okay. I'm okay with that. That's alright. I think. You know? Every benefit in this game comes with a negative. And if we're getting +2 and losing 1, it's alright. Coffee. Alright. So I think if we go to Frit, we might be able to get some drugs that'll keep my morale up. I'm not going to be able to do this interview with only 1 morale and no way to keep it alive. We got a suspect to talk to. You know? What do these products do? I don't know, let's see. Nosophed is nasal spray. Dromine is really good painkiller. Magnesium is a dietary supplement. Hypogamma is... She stops. I don't really know what hypnogamma is. I guess it makes you feel less shit. It's recommended after lots of partying, studying, or exercising. Can you be more specific? She chews her bubblegum absentmindedly. No, sorry, I'm not like a doctor or anything. I don't know what's what. That gives us +3 morale. Holy crap, +3 morale? This one gives us 1 morale, so that's our 1 shot. Right here, right? Yeah, it is. I'll get another one. Because I'll use 1 right now. And then I've got 1 spare. Good. Looking solid. Looking very solid. Now, let's have a look at our missions here. Interview the Wild Pines. I still don't have my badge. I just realized I still don't have my pissing badge. I will talk to Everett Claremore, but I left him early because it was going... The conversation was going really bad for me, to be honest. Yeah, and it just was not worth carrying on. It was going to keep going badly. We'll go back once we've got a bunch more magnesium and our morale's boosted and such. For now, we'll head over here because we're going to end up having to go over for interviewing that man. And we'll pick up any bottles we can find while we're on our way as well, because gotta make that money, son. Oh, hang on. Whoa, what do we have here? A bridge? A bridge with loose nails and rotten-fested wood that creaks in the wind. A construction code violation if ever there was one. Kim, looks like we've got a construction code violation. Lieutenant looks around. Sure, they never cleaned up the war damage. The rest of Revachol looks better, though. But Lieutenant, think about the splinters. The bridge is fine enough. Locals use it all the time, after all. There's nothing to worry about. He adjusts his glasses. Shall we? But Kim, the splinters! Don't you understand? Alright, what do we got here? Conceptualization. Impossible. That's crazy, man. Like, I could boost conceptualization, but impossible? It's not even worth it, is it? Plastic tear, nice. Oh, there's stuff up there too. I've already taken that shit. Up here, piggo. You want to talk? What's up? Alright, let's go up there. Still a little bit too early, to be honest, but, you know, whatever. What do we got here? How do we get in this room? Someone has torn down the wall. Oh, I can just get in. Oh, sick. Free shit. +1 health. No grocery list on the table. And checks. What happened here? You can't foreclose on an apartment with a hole in the wall. It would still be accessible through the apartment next to it. That one didn't have a door, sadly. Nothing of great value remains in here. There's always a little something in the fridge. Indeed. Always a little something in the fridge. A little something something. Let's go upstairs and grab that other stuff. Plastic tear. 10 cent. I mean, what are we gonna do? Hey, man.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
That smell coming from your paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil. Is that heavy fuel oil? He studies the contents of Cindy's bucket. Red dyed heavy fuel oil. Indeed. Intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise. What do you think I was using? Aquarellas. Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself back in Jamrock. Fumes are bad for you, okay? Something to think about next time you're driving around in your pretty little piggy carriage. Is that bed in the coal room yours? Oh, not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner. She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal. Don't you have a real home? Does anyone in the city like... anyone in a city like this? She replies wistfully, looking around. It's not the nicest place, but I guess it'll have to do. Doesn't have to do anything. Nothing does. She looks at me. Looks at the paint dripping down the wall. Like me, right now. I'm doing nothing at all. You're a miner? Yes. I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me, but somehow it never happens. Alright, see you later. Thanks for the talk, though. I wish I could break this down. The rust is locked. The lock is rusty. You can't get in. The chair's new. Someone lives back here. Surely if the lock is rusty, I should be able to get in. I just smash it in. Look at me when I'm talking to you. We gotta kill like 3 more hours, you know, 3.5 more hours. I guess we gotta keep looking for tear. We need money. I mean, we had enough money to survive 2 nights at the apartment, but now we only have enough money for 1 night because I spent some. So that's a bugger. So I need to find more tear. Keep ourselves going. I've got to keep talking to people even though I've talked to them. I've got to talk to them again and again and again. You know? Oh, we had another thing to interact with. The map. Can we use this at all? The worn map features the patchwork grid of streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner. Trace a path through the grid. Your figure moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue de Saint-Quispert, over Saint Brune and Martinez North, finally coming to a halt on the spot where you're currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself. For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal in the map tab. Did that actually change anything? No. Oh, it kind of tells you where this stuff is. Trash container, ice cream maker, set of tracks, see? Mirror. Where's this mirror? Oh, my mirror. Is there a skill check I can beat on the mirror? I didn't know that. On my mirror. Who knew? Well, someone would have known. Ooh, tear. Getting rich. Hey, dude. No, you're not talking? That's cool. That's cool. How about you? You got anything new to say?
Still here, stuck in this damn jam, my man.
That's cool. He's a nice guy, man. I like him. I like him a lot. Well, let's talk to this guy. We haven't talked to him since the very beginning, because he's a horrible racist.
Looking for something?
I found this mug in the trash. Show it to the man. Yours? He stares at the yellow man mug, then suddenly explodes. Ha ha! Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. I haven't seen anything that funny in a while. Is it yours? God damn. He wipes a tear from his eyes. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine. He doesn't live in Martinez. What was that argument all about? It's about biological determinism, natural law. That's the sort of races. He spits on the ground. The sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep. Change the topic. The way he says it makes it almost sound like a threat. Oh, so you're just a racist. Makes sense. I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books. He gestures with his cigarette for emphasis. Books. The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. He glances at Kim. So naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that. Race is a simplistic means of social classification based on easily observed attributes, hunches, and pseudoscience. If this guy's all the Occidentals have, well, let's just say he's not exactly ripped. Is this sarcasm? If it is, I'll say that. I don't know if it's sarcasm. I'm going to assume it's sarcasm. Yes, I can really tell you're a prime example of superior design. Sounds like sarcasm. Well, maybe it is the way I say it, but I say everything like that. Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources. Yeah, what's the problem with that? The problem? Damn Kips are showing a real good game lately. Same with the mosquitoes. He throws a sharp glance at Lieutenant Kitsuragi, and the other intruder species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory. Cultural victory? What's that then? What is this cultural victory? It's what the Kips of Boogie Street are going for. Right under our noses, and the others too on the radio. Heard any Chansons lately? Heard any Motitos or Leader? No. Dominating culture is how they play to win. They say so themselves. It's true. He pushes on. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring. Yeah, I'm not down with this. Why don't you go fuck yourself? Don't push your luck, runt. The man gives you a disgusted look, then turns his attention elsewhere, ignoring your presence. Damn, that felt good. Your heart's pounding nicely. You should tell people to fuck off more often. Fuck yeah, motherfuckers. That's the spirit. Never forget, the whole world's a wooden house and you're the goddamn flamethrower. I like him. I like that guy. That guy's got balls. They sell our bottles. That was fun. Aww. 70 cents! Man, I'm so disappointed right now. What a bunch of bullshit! 70 cents. I'm gonna talk to this guy. He hackled me about hanging out up there.
Went native on the chief, huh? Those ballerina antics were reckless. Should have just punched him in the throat again.
Wrong. You did the right thing with Measurehead. The ballerina antics won you the fight.
Let's talk about our right to work.
No, I'm not getting in this on you. I mean, on this with you. I'm not dealing with this, okay? Fuck off. I'm not interested. What do we got here? Ruins full of snow. No one lives here anymore. My badge must be here somewhere, right? Done with that. Alright, well, we need to wrap this episode up. Because we're out of time for today. We're not any closer. The only reason I haven't gone and interviewed the rep for the the Pines is because I don't have my badge, and I know I'm gonna lose morale and like lose my shit if I talk to her without my badge. I just don't know where to look for my badge anymore. I've been literally everywhere. There is a set of tracks that we... Is it this one here? Because that didn't work out for me, but maybe I can give it another crack. Yeah, locked. Put skills into visual calculus to open this white check. Alright, let's do that. Before we wrap it up, let's see if we can unlock that with 1 point in visual calculus. That gives us 7. That makes it our highest skill. 92%. The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message written in the language of burnt rubber. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is point A. The driver started there. And then accelerated straight into the fence. Left a hole big enough for the Franco-Gerian cavalry, according to the cafeteria manager. What happened next? The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building. Before heading south, must have been in a hurry. Is it connected to the case? I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez, with the jam right there on the roundabout. I would keep them separate. You could follow the visual tracks south. There seems to be a canal there. See where they went, if you find the time. The car drove through the fence. You were correct. This is a rather motor carriage friendly city. There you go. Something to wrap up on. A nice success. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.